She stopped replying because of these 3 big texting mistakes. And I've seen it way too many times where a man meets a woman and they start talking, everything is good. They have a good conversation and everything. And maybe they meet online, or maybe they met at a bar or a club. Maybe it was a store. Maybe it was through friends. And when they started interacting with each other, she started giving him a little bit of rhythm, a little bit of play. And she for the first time, kind of like gave him a lane to roll into. And instead of keeping it smooth, keeping it fun, keeping it light, keeping it interesting, what happened is that he picked up the phone and grabbed his phone and just started to dig his own grave. And a lot of people don't understand how they dig their own grave. Everything that you do with a woman, guys, is going to put you in a bad situation. The situation that most people don't know about, or the situation a lot of people get themselves into, is that the grave that they dig is, first, he's maybe just too comfortable, and by being too comfortable, he gets predictable. Maybe he's too nervous, and by being nervous, right there, too predictable. Or maybe he's thirsty and also, unfortunately, too predictable. Next thing you know, he's sending her messages, and the interaction is not as fun as it usually is. It's not laughter. It's not getting depth and range or anything like that. And a lot has changed because most guys don't know how energy works, and energy actually changes. And a lot of young men out here, they don't understand how that works when it comes to the game. A lot of guys out here talk right out of attraction. They talk themselves out of sex, they talk themselves out of attraction, and the number one reason why they talk themselves out of the sex and out of the attraction is because at the end of the day, it's not really them, it's their thumbs that kind of mess them up and everything. And if a woman is smiling and replying and engaging, and suddenly she goes quiet, there's going to be a reason, because if a woman is actually interested in you, she's going to let you know that. And in this video today, I'm going to show you guys 3 texting mistakes that a lot of guys make. And these mistakes are pretty crucial, because a lot of gentlemen don't understand the rules of the game. They don't understand how game actually works, and they don't understand the interaction between a man and a woman when they're kind of interacting and connecting. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. And I just don't want this to happen to you guys over and over again. And I just want to tell you something right out of the gate, okay? I mean, some people, guys, always try to figure out or ask themselves the $1 million question of, why did she stop replying to me? Like, what did I say something wrong? Did I do something wrong? What happened to get her to stop replying? And sometimes it feels like it's confusing, because sometimes we're just trying to find answers to things. And she didn't stop replying to you guys because she's busy, okay? And she didn't stop replying to you because she has priorities. Yes, I've always told you guys that women, when you meet a woman for the first time, you're not the only person that she's dealing with. She's dealing with priorities. She's dealing with other men. She's dealing with things that are on her list, and sometimes you're just not on her list right there. And it doesn't make you a bad person or anything like that. But it's just that a lot of guys, sometimes we try to game it out in our heads and try to figure out, like, why did it go wrong, and where did it go wrong, and what can I do to make that change, to kind of fix it. And you can't actually fix something like that, because texting, see, a lot of y'all guys think that because of the closed loop, is that a lot of guys think that texting is all about keeping the conversation alive, and that's not it. And that's not what I learned with the game. Texting is not about the keeping the conversation alive, so to speak. See, the thing about texting, it's about keeping the feelings, the emotion, the tone, and the rhythm alive by actually cracking open the loop. I think, and this is why no one really talks about this much, and this is why loops are so important. This is why having that loop is so important, because it's a big difference here, man. Women are not going to reply to facts. She's not going to reply to boring conversations. She's just not going to do it. It's nothing beneficial to her to want to have those type of conversations with you when they can have them with their friends. The thing is that it's the moment that you make her feel, and if you can make her feel by being a student of the game, what happens is that you change. Remember, a lot of women have that loop, and as long as they're operating from the construct of the loop, it is always going to be closed, because they just don't get around men all the time. It's very, very rare for a woman to actually spend time with a man. It's very rare. But when she does see a man and spend time with a man, she wants to hold on to that any way she can. And I don't want any of you guys out here to play games with yourself. She's not opening her phone up, playing games with you. She's just not turned on. The thing is at the end of the day, she just wants to feel something. Just feel something. Whether it's curiosity, whether it's being playful, whether it's something. It's just a little smile, it could be a little spark, but it has to be something a little bit deeper than the surface things. And that's what we're going to talk about and what we're going to discuss, because a lot of guys are doing everything wrong. So let's get into mistake number one. And I call this a trap. It's kind of like the interview trap. This is where a man starts texting like he's collecting data, in thinking that data is going to be the thing that creates a connection. Asking her how her day was, asking her what you're eating, asking her what she's up to. What's your favorite color? And we gotta wake up from this. Y'all have to listen and pay attention, man. All right. Every other guy in her phone, unfortunately, are asking her the same questions. And the problem is, you're not the only guy asking the questions. And as long as you keep asking the same questions and think you're going to get a different result, you're not going to get a result at all, because what's going to happen is you're actually going to turn her off. You're not standing out when you're doing these things. You're blending in with the rest of the wallpaper out there, and I think a lot of people don't understand that. And the problem is, questions are not boring, okay? I really believe, and I want to make sure you guys understand this. You're not a boring person. It's just that what you're saying doesn't have depth and range with that woman. It has no flavor, has no edge. It has no flirtation, no sexual imagination or anything like that. And what it makes her feel is like a weight on her to make her feel like I've got to control the whole interaction. And it gets too old too fast. And women do not want to feel like she's in a trap. She wants to feel free. She wants to feel laid back. She wants her mindset, her brain, her mind, her emotions to light up. She wants to talk to you and be surprised. She wants to feel like the person that I'm talking to has got so much to say and so much to offer that I can't wait to talk to him again. I can't wait to see what's next. She wants to feel different. She wants to see things different. She wants to realize that, wow, you know what? Out of all the guys I talk to, this person right here is totally deep, has so much depth, has so much range. Like, who is this guy? And this is what it looks like. You text, how was your day? All she's going to say is good. And then a lot of you guys get nervous. And then you go to the next part. What are you doing? And how, what are you doing right now? And you see how dead that sounds? Because at the end of the day, guys, you're not actually anything. You're just poking a corpse right there with a stick, hoping that it moves and everything. What you do instead is you want to pull out her personality, but you also want to, okay guys, that's why the band is so important, because I want to draw her into me. I want her to know me, and I want her to say, well, who is that guy? Who are you? What are you? Why are you? And all this stuff. This is what I want. I want her to be able to paint an emotional picture in her head of this guy's playful, he's exciting, he's unexpected. And instead of these, what did you have for dinner and everything like that, you can just have fun with her and learn how to make statements through the conversation courses and things like that. Because a lot of guys think that, okay, well, if you can just give me something to say, well, the problem is if I give you are your own statement. And that's the thing that I want you guys to learn when it comes to the game. As long as you know you're your own statement, you're good. The brutal truth, in all of this is that if your text is being sent, or it feels like it's being sent by a coworker, okay, then that text is just gonna fall on deaf ears. I mean, women don't like that, and they get it so much that when they don't get it, they get excited. There is a rush and adrenaline, I can't roll my tongue on that, rush inside of her that says, wow, this guy has depth, this guy has range, he's different, okay? So this is how, guys, you just got to remember, the more statements you make, you get out of that trap. The next thing is that this is what ruins a lot of guys, and it's the thing. It's like a friend zone trap that you set, because in your mind you're thinking, I have to be friendly. And if I'm just friendly with the food, and I just walk on eggshells, and I just try to play it safe, then she's actually gonna give me a shot because I'm different than everybody else. And it doesn't work like that, man. It's just a lot of basic good mornings and how is everything going. And there's nothing wrong with saying those things, gentlemen, especially, okay, gentlemen, like after you can make her masturbate and touch herself and you say good morning, that's going to be a little bit different than you just doing it when you first meet her. And I've seen this way too many times. A man is so scared at this point of saying the wrong thing. He just gives her bland chicken with no flavor on it. You know what I mean? He strips all of the man out of his message, and he thinks that, you know what, if I stay safe, if I stay safe, she's going to see me as a good guy, and maybe she won't feel a certain kind of pull to you. But the thing is that you should not look for the pull, because when you look for the pull, gentlemen, you don't understand, you put a lot of pressure on yourselves. And I don't want you guys putting that kind of pressure on yourselves. I don't ask you. I know it's tough when you guys put everything a lot of you guys do is always pressure. You put so much pressure on yourself trying to be perfect to that woman, and that's not going to help you at all. And I've seen that so many times, man. I mean, she will post a cute picture and you text her, man, you look nice. And then she says thanks. And now what? It dies right there. Because at the moment you gave her nothing to feel except a nice, polite person. Remember, gentlemen, women love the darkness and women love dominant men. But if you're sitting around there just complimenting her like everybody else, you're not going to get anywhere. Because in your mind, you're hoping it's going to work, but it's not, man. Man, if she sends you a picture, you know what? I'm not going to compliment on a picture a woman puts on the front end, because to me, that's more of a sloppy second photo. I'm going to let her know that I like to see a photo of her, a personalized photo of yourself. I like to see you, but I want you to do something. I'm going to put you into an action. See, in order to stay out of the friend zone, you got to put her into a non-sexual action that is light. It's really light. It's not heavy. We're not looking to be heavy with the woman. We're trying to keep everything light, trying to keep everything copacetic. But if you can't keep it light and keep it copacetic, what's going to happen is she's going to get turned off by the interactions that you have. And I think a lot of guys just don't understand that. So what you have to do is you got to add a little bit of seduction, a little bit of dominance in all this, okay? Because the thing that I've learned, women remember how a man makes them feel, okay, over what he literally said. If your message never made her smile, never made her laugh, never made her think or react or lean in, man, you are just building a friendship with her. And I know a lot of you guys think that friendship is the first step of getting her ass, but friendship is not the first step of getting the ass. It's not at all. It's you have to be respectful. I always say that, yes, but you have to be playful. But in being playful, you got to keep things alive, because if you can't keep things alive and you can't keep that fire stoked up, you're gonna squash everything. She's just not gonna be turned on. She's gonna be turned off, and she's not gonna want to deal with you. Women want to deal with men in a certain way, and the way they want to deal with you is they want to feel not just you, but they want to feel, or have a thought of what is it going to be like to be with you, to kiss you, to taste you, to hold you, because your words are so powerful, your words are so impactful. I need more of it. I need more of you. I need more of what you're saying and more of what you're doing. And that's where a lot of guys go wrong in all of this, because they're trying to look and trying to play a role of being a nice, kind, thoughtful guy. But let's move into mistake number 3, and this is the worst one of them all. And this one is really ugly, man, really ugly. Man, you might as well just call it a horny hotline, man. This is when a man takes one little signal and it turns into a full blown out fantasy. She sends you a heart emoji. She tells you you're cute. She tells you you have a nice hairstyle. She tells you got, sexy lips or pretty eyes or a nice smile or just any kind of kind word that she tells you. And you think it means open sex season. She may say, oh, you're sweet, and you know what? And then all of a sudden you're ready to tell her, well, why don't you come over? Or let me send you a D pic and things like that. And you just kill everything, okay? This is one of the biggest problems that men kill all kinds of attraction, because they don't know how to sit and maneuver in the tension right there. They don't know how to build. They don't know how to let the desire or the interactions breathe enough where the two of them feel of more of a connection with each other. And when you rush to sex too early, okay, it doesn't make you look confident. It just makes you look like someone who doesn't know what he's doing, and all you seem like is that you're a fraud and a phony. You pretended to be somebody that you're not, and it really will piss a woman off. See, women like to flirt. Gentlemen, don't get it wrong. Women like to flirt. Women like to talk dirty. Women like to do all those things, but everything is a time and a place. When she's saying you're funny and everything like that, man, you just say, all right, cool. I mean, the thing is that I'm really, really good at flirting. I'm really good at talking to women, but I'm really also good at not pushing anything and letting her feel from an emotional standpoint to actually want to do something with me. And what happens is that you gotta understand, it's not just you on the other line. You are talking to a grown-ass woman. A woman that has, she's on edge, because most of the guys she talks to, all they want to do is lie and manipulate and pretend. Gentlemen, I will say it again. I want to stress this. There is nothing wrong with wanting to have sex. I want to make that certain. There's nothing wrong with liking her body and wanting to have sex. There's nothing wrong. I think that I'm glad you want to have sex with her. But the thing is that a woman wants to feel like you can handle her energy without overselling yourself to her. So what happens is that I always love, I'll give you a little piece of the playbook. I love to build the connection first, and I let the flirtation grow naturally, and just let her feel the little things. You want her emotions to feel the warmth, to feel the weight. And what I mean by weight means that it's so impactful. And one thing that I always love to do, I love to do this, is that my main goal, yes, I want land, I do want to conquer, all those are true. But you know what, at the end of the day, I want to be the last thing she thinks about when she goes to bed. And when she gets in the bed, I want to be on her mind just a little bit. And then when she wakes up in the morning, she thinks about me, reaches over and grabs the phone, and guess what? There's no message. And wait a second, or go through those three things again, and guess what? There is a message, but it's a voice message. It's a video. It has more weight and more impact. So what I'm saying for you guys, let's bring all this home, man. You know, she stopped replying to you, man. It might not be because she's mean or not interested. It just might be because the way that you're texting her kind of got a little boring and things like that. And the truth is, for many of you guys in here, everything that I try to teach you young men is a skill, and it is a skill that can be learned. You have to stop interviewing women, okay? And you have to stop texting her like you're her buddy or her coworker or a friend. And you've got to stop turning every little signal that she sends you into bedroom talk. You have to learn the game, learn how to create, learn how to be fun, and learn how to be playful. And man, I'm telling you, if you can do these things, it's over, man. Because here's the thing real quick, most guys are never going to fix this because they would rather blame women than look in the mirror. But you know what? When you have this game, you do things differently. Okay, you check yourself first. You study yourself first. And that is the guy that's not going to lose the woman, gentlemen. That's the guy that's actually going to win at the end of the day. So you know what? Hey, man, if this hits home good, man, look, subscribe to the channel, man, and drop a comment and let me know what you think in the comments. And like I say, this is the end of the video, but not the end of our discussion, gentlemen. I mean, in order to do this is why I created the mouthpiece, because I don't have the band right now, but the band itself is so amazing because for the first time I figured out a formula to keep the loop open. And as long as we have the loop open, I have found a systematic way for her to feel like she already knows everything about you and wants to know more about you, which kind of cancels out the date. Because if she knows more about you before she even dates you, that's going to move things a little bit faster. So guys, you can go to themanmindset.com. Now remember, if you're in the States, you can buy the band and get the formula. But if you're outside the States, just go ahead and buy the formula, but you won't get the band because it's not shipping outside the States. But gentlemen, if you're not ready to, change the game up when it comes to texting, and you ready to be a student of the game, you understand. Again, it's your pathway. It's master the bedroom, kissing 101. It's the sex stuff. It's your bid. It's all these things that have to come together to make a perfect storm. But if you're not ready, if you are ready, just send it as an email at themanmindset@gmail.com. 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 And when you send us that to themanmindset@gmail.com, we'll take care of you. But gentlemen, if you're not ready, man, we do videos like this. I give you YouTube shorts, and the cool thing about it is we have a live show where you can call in and chop it up with me. I always spit the game off the top of the dome and everything. So we have a live show just to show you that we try to make sure we teach you and show you that, those that have game teach you brand new things. And there's nothing that you can ask me online that I don't even have the answer for. All right, so I got you covered, gentlemen. So just remember what I'm telling you. You can lock all this in, man, but this is not to stress you out. This is just to get you to understand the understanding of understanding. And the more you can do that, the more you're going to win. And I do want to say this real quick before I let you guys go, gentlemen. I really do appreciate you guys. I just got to hang in there. Do everything you need to do, and you're gonna be okay. I promise you, you'll be okay, gentlemen. But guys, let me tell y'all something. If you enjoyed this video right here, man, this video right here that I have right there, man, you're gonna love that video, man. Soak that game up. Get in, listen to that video right there. That video was fire, man. All right, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll. I'm the Dean, man. I'll holler back at y'all guys later. Peace.